tonight and tomorrow, and a warm-up in just a couple of minutes on KX News.
Coming up next on KX News at 6, the future of the state's largest coal plant may be in jeopardy. We head to Underwood to talk to people there firsthand.
And new numbers suggest revenue is trending upwards in one North Dakota city. So is that success translating to business?
Plus, teaching teachers to take time out for themselves.
Putting North Dakota first. KX News at 6 starts now.
Good evening, I'm Nicholas Paul.
And I'm Lauren Culver. Thanks for watching KX News. In tonight's top story, the future of North Dakota's largest coal-fired power plant could be in jeopardy. Minnesota-based Great River Energy told employees at a meeting in late January about financial issues facing the Coal Creek plant near Underwood. Since then, rumors about the long-term future of the plant have engulfed McLean County. Great River Energy tells KX News it's putting together 13 teams to look at solutions for the plant, which has operated for about 40 years. The nearby Falkirk mine has a life of the plant contract with Great River Energy, meaning a plant closure would most likely result in the closure of the mine. Combined, the two employ over 800 people and generate around $500,000 in tax revenue for the county annually. That has folks in Underwood feeling nervous.
GRE supplies power to Minnesota. And Minnesota, their governor has been claiming, his claim to fame is to go green and to be completely green in 2025. So that's not really good news for coal-fired plants.
It'd just tear the whole county up. I don't know what people would do.
And Great River Energy says that for now, no changes have been made to the operation of Coal Creek Station.
Meanwhile, record oil production has been great for North Dakota's budget. The state's budget director says revenue is up about 7.5% over projections. That's about $121 million more than expectations. For the current two-year budget cycle, North Dakota has collected more than $1.25 billion of oil tax revenue.
One city is seeing growth in its economy. Last year, collections went up 6% in Mandan, and sales tax in the city went up 1%. This means people are spending more money in businesses throughout the city. And with the increase in revenue, it will not only bring in more businesses, but more jobs, and with that, more people will want to live there. City Administrator Jim Neubauer says the building department has issued a number of permits for multifamily units, meaning more people are indeed moving to the city.
We see these numbers up. That means they already have been in the last year. So those taxes being collected in 2019 have increased over 2018. So that means there's more people eating here. There's more people staying here. We have more visitors to the community, and that means we're doing some things right to keep people coming to town.
Neubauer also told us for every business that closes in Mandan, a new one opens.
If you plan on casting a vote for the Democratic presidential primaries this year, things will look a little different here in North Dakota. We have traditionally been a caucus state. That is until last year when the Dem-NPL Policy Committee voted to run this year's as a firehouse caucus, meaning you will no longer have to go to a specific polling location to sit around for hours to select which candidates North Dakota delegates will represent. This year, the primary election will look much like the general election where you cast a ballot and head home. The only difference, you can go to any available polling location in the state, unlike Election Day in November. And until March 5th, you also have the option of voting by mail. Since there's no voter registration in North Dakota, anyone can vote in the Democratic primary, regardless of your political affiliation.
I would think relative to what I saw in 2016, at least in North Dakota, I think accuracy and total number of votes will both be better in 2020.
If you'd like to vote in person, there will be 14 locations open across the state to choose from on March 10th. And for more specifics, you can head over to kxnet.com.
We know that good mental health is important for kids in school. And today, educators were learning how essential having good mental health is for them as well. Carissa Stinchcomb spoke to an educator sharing tips on how to get there.
When we are feeling better, we do better. Same with our kids that we work with every day. When kids feel better, they do better.
That's Heidi Woods, who is a mindfulness educator. She travels around the Midwest teaching people of all ages how to have better mental health. On Wednesday, Woods stopped by Washington Elementary School in Minot to teach educators the importance of taking care of themselves.
And teachers are up against a lot of stress, and after 5 years, 40% of teachers quit because of the high burnout rate and the high amount of stress. So I'm really trying to incorporate more well-being into the school day for both teachers and kids.
Woods says journaling, breathing, and reading are some things people can do to help relax. She also talked about something known as compassion fatigue. That's what happens when a teacher, who might have 25 students to care for all day long, forgets about their own needs. Educator Kendra Neff says she's been there before.
And I think it's pretty common, I think, with any job. And everything's just so busy. You know, we do sporting events after school, and you go to meetings and board meetings, and it's a lot, and it's overwhelming.
And taking the extra steps to take care of yourself is important because
until you take care of yourself, you can't fully take care of somebody else.
Reporting for KX News in Minot, I'm Carissa Stinchcomb.
Washington Elementary is the first school in Minot to hold this wellness training for its educators.
Tonight on KX News at 10, we visit with the vice chairperson of the Democratic NPL about the Firehouse Caucus and whether North Dakotans' relatively low number of delegates will be significant on the national stage.
But keep it here. Coming up next on KX News at 6, a family that serves together, stays together. We'll introduce you to one very unique, very business family of first responders.
Plus, temperatures will continue their downward spiral. Stick around. Weather is still ahead.
You're watching KX News at 6 with Lauren Kalber, Nicholas Kwolek, weather with meteorologist Dave Holder, and sports with Joey Lamar. KX News at 6, putting North Dakota first.